Good morning, dear students. Welcome back again with a new session of measurement of matter, Science 1. Now, with the help of certain examples, we will try to find out how to calculate the valency. Hydrogen, our atomic number is 1, so electronic configuration 1. Valency electron implies number of electrons in the outermost orbit, which is 1, and therefore valency is 1. Helium, our number of electron is 2, atomic number is 2, therefore number of electrons in the outermost orbit is 2, therefore electronic configuration is also 2. Valency electron is 2, but since outermost orbit is completely filled, it does not react with anyone, and therefore the valency of helium is found to be 0. Lithium atomic number is 3. Now first orbit can accommodate at the most 2 electrons, therefore the third remaining electron will go in the second orbit, and therefore the electronic configuration becomes 2, 1. Outermost orbit contains 1 electron, therefore valency electron is 1. Since it has 1 electron in the outermost orbit, therefore its valency is 1. Beryllium atomic number 4, electronic configuration, first orbit can accommodate 2 electrons, the remaining electron is 2, that will go in the next orbit. Since outermost orbit contains 2 electrons, therefore valency electron is 2, and since it has 2 electrons, it can donate the 2 electrons very easily, and therefore the valency of beryllium is 2. Boron atomic number 5, electronic configuration 2, 3, outermost orbit contains 3 electrons, therefore valency is 3. Carbon atomic number 6, electronic configuration 2, 4, outermost orbit contains 4 electrons, therefore valency is 4. Nitrogen atomic number 7, electronic configuration 2, 5, the maximum capacity for the second orbit is 8, so it will continue up to 8, so 2, 5. Since it contains 5 electrons in the outermost orbit, valency electron is 5, and now 3 electrons can be accepted to become octet, and therefore the valency now starts decreasing, now it is 3. For oxygen atomic number 8, electronic configuration 2, 6, since 6 electrons are there in our outermost orbit, therefore valency electron is 6, and 2 electrons can be accepted, and therefore valency is 2. Fluorine atomic number 9, electronic configuration 2, 7, valency electron 7, valency only 1 electron is required to become stable, therefore valency is 1. Neon atomic number 10, electronic configuration 2, 8, or valency electron 8, because 8 electrons are there in the outermost orbit. Now outermost orbit is completely filled, does not react with anyone, and therefore the valency of neon is 0. Sodium atomic number 11, electronic configuration 2, 8, 1, because second orbit has capacity of holding 8 electrons, it cannot accommodate more than 8, and therefore the remaining electron will go in the third orbit. Since outermost orbit contains 1 electron, therefore valency electron is 1, and since it has 1 electron, and therefore it can donate 1 electron easily, and therefore valency is 1. Similarly, you can do it for magnesium, aluminium, and silicon. Now, some element exhibit variable valency, means with the one element, valencies may change depending upon the substance with which, or the element with which it combines. Therefore, it is called as variable valency. Now, for example, here copper symbol is Cu. Valency can be 1 also, it can be 2. If it is 1, it can be written as Cu plus, and if it is 2, it is written as Cu2 plus. If it is Cu plus, it can be read as Q plus, and if it is Cu2 plus, it is written as cupric. Say mercury symbol as G, valency can be either 1 or 2. If it is 1, it is Hg plus, if it is 2, it is Hg2 plus. If it is 1, it is mercurous, if it is 2, it is mercuric. Similarly, for iron symbol is Fe, valency is 2 and 3. If it is 2, it is written as Fe2 plus, if it is 3, it is written as Fe3 plus. And it can be read as ferrous if it is Fe2 plus, and ferric if it is Fe3 plus. Now, under different conditions, the atoms of some element give away take up different number of electrons. In such cases, those elements exhibit more than one valency. This property of element is called as variable valency, which we have already discussed in the table. Now, here acid and base is there, which acid is made up of cations and anions. Base also is made up of cations and anions. So how to identify whether it is acid and base or what are cations and anions, we'll come to know with the help of this table. Now, first of all, base, NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide. Metal is there and hydroxide is there, which will help us to know it is base. So Na plus is cations, plus sign is there, therefore cation, and minus sign is there, therefore it is called as anion. So Na plus cation and OH minus anion. Similarly, KOH, K is potassium is metal, so K plus but OH minus. Similarly, Ca2 plus and OH minus. That was all about the base. Now, same for acid here, HCl. Here H is there, which gives clear indication about the formation of acid. Now, cations is H plus and anions is Cl minus. HBr, again acidic in nature, H plus and Br minus. Plus implies cations and minus implies anions. Similarly, nitric acid, HNO3, H plus and NO3 minus. Compounds with ionic bonds have two constituents, positively charged cation and negatively charged anion. That also we have already discussed in the table. They are also called as radicals. Cationic radicals are called as basic radicals and anionic radicals are called as acidic radicals. They are always paired in together. Example of acids: hydrochloric acid, HCl, HBr, etc. For base it is NaOH, KOH, etc. Now for cationic radicals, examples are H plus, Na plus, K plus. Anionic radicals, Cl minus, Br minus, OH minus. So with that was charges, we come to know cationic and anionic, acidic and basic. Chemical formula of the compound, recapitulation. How compounds are being formed with the help of the valency, if you are knowing the valency. While writing the formula of a compound such as sodium chloride, the symbol of cation is written on the left and adjoined to it to the right is the symbol of the anion. The charges are not shown in the through the number on the ions is written as a subscript on the right of the symbol of an ion. This number is obtained easily by the method of cross multiplication of the valencies. Here it is explained with the help of the example. Symbol of the radical Na and SO4. Valency of Na is 1 and valency for SO4 is 2. It is being third step, it is being cross multiplied with the help of the arrow, and then a compound is formed. We call it as Na2SO4, which is called as sodium sulfate. Likewise, few examples are being given here. That is calcium carbonate CaCO3, then sodium bicarbonate NaHCO3, silver chloride AgCl, calcium chloride CaOH the whole twice. Thus we have completed this lesson. Till for the next session. Till then we'll have a break and we'll move to the next video next time. Till then, have a great day.